A well-balanced vegan diet is known for its beneficial effects on your health. However, a common mistake people make when they go vegan is that they assume that they will become healthier just because they eat vegan foods. To be fair, vegan foods are in general healthier than regular foods, though sometimes the term healthy is misused because not all healthy foods are nutrition rich. For example, some people claim that they can live on 10 bananas every day, but this is not healthy. They are missing out on a lot of nutrients. I'm sure you may have heard of some people who live perfectly fine on a banana-only diet and prove my example wrong. But hopefully you can reason well enough that these are exceptions to the rule and should definitely not be used as an example on how to live on a well-balanced vegan diet. So there are 7 critical nutrients you need when you're on a plant-based diet. We'll go over each one of them so you will have a clear idea on how to get them through your diet. The first nutrient is iron. One of the main roles of iron is to help our red blood cells transport oxygen to all parts of the body. Iron deficiency anemia affects about 25% of the world's population, and these are the people who have restricted access to a balanced diet. So if you have a diet that's rich in whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, dried fruits, iron-fortified cereal products and green leafy vegetables, then you're good to go for your iron intake. In fact, about 80 to 90% of the iron intake comes from plant sources, with the remainder being heme iron. Different studies have reported that the intake of heme iron increases the risk of heart diseases and diabetes, so consuming non-heme iron from a plant-based diet may be the better option because they convey protective qualities. The second nutrient is calcium. More than 99% of the total body calcium resides in your teeth and bones, so essentially it's a mineral that's necessary for life. In addition to building bones and keeping them healthy, calcium enables our muscles to contract and our heart to beat. Every day we lose calcium through our skin, nails, hair, sweat, urine and feces. Our body cannot produce its own calcium. That's why it's important to get enough calcium from the food we eat. When we don't get the calcium our body needs, it's taken from our bones. This is fine once in a while, but if it happens too often, bones get weak and easier to break. So as a vegan, you want to get your calcium from high absorption foods, such as soy products, Chinese cabbage, broccoli and collard greens. Foods that you can also get your calcium from, but have a lower absorption rate, are spinach, almond, tahini and beans. The next one is vitamin D. In addition to its importance in the maintenance of bone health, vitamin D plays an important role in immune function, reducing inflammation and the risk of chronic diseases. Sunlight exposure is in many cases not sufficient to meet the nutrition needs of many people. For a sufficient vitamin D intake, it's recommended to consume on a regular basis fortified plant-based beverages, which are made of soy, coconut or rice, fortified orange juice, fortified soy yogurt and ready-to-eat breakfast cereal. The next nutrient is zinc. Zinc plays an important role in cell division, cell growth, and it's needed for the sense of smell and taste. It's also needed for the body's immune system to properly work. Iron-rich plant foods are often good sources of zinc, including whole grain cereals, nuts and seeds, legumes, soy products, and fortified breakfast cereals. There is some evidence that plant foods contain certain antioxidants that inhibit the absorption of zinc. However, when you get your zinc from a variety of foods in different ways, then you have nothing to worry about. The fifth one is protein. Protein is an important building block of bones, muscles, skin and blood. Contrary to popular opinion, vegan diets typically meet or exceed recommended protein intakes when energy intakes are adequate. The best sources of plant protein include legumes, soy foods, nuts and seeds and whole grains. Furthermore, plant foods rich in proteins are good sources of iron, zinc and dietary fiber. Examined over a 24-hour period, a vegan diet that contains a variety of plant foods easily meets the ideal intake of protein. Up next are the omega-3 fatty acids. They are a critical part of cell membranes throughout the body. For example, they provide the starting point for making hormones that regulate the contraction and relaxation of artery walls and also influence cells that regulate genetic function. Furthermore, they also help with your brain development and help protect against cognitive decline. You can get all the essential fats you need from flax seeds, walnuts, chia, the oils made from these seeds and nuts, canola, soy oils, some fortified breakfast foods, and seaweeds. And finally, the last but definitely not the least, vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is a nutrient that helps to keep the body's nerves and blood cells healthy and helps to make your DNA. I created a video that's completely dedicated to vitamin B12, so you can check that one out if you're interested in more detailed information about this nutrient. With that said, it's recommended by various health organizations to take B12 supplements if you don't get enough of the vitamin through your food. So in sum up, living on a well-balanced vegan diet won't make you weak and miserable. Quite the opposite. It will make you feel great and healthy. Incorporate these nutrients in your diet, eat a variety of plant-based foods, and look up whether you're still adhering to the recommended guidelines every once in a while, because they get updated all the time. And before you know it, you will start to experience the magic of a plant-based diet.